guys, it's Nikki with Lonebird Studio, and I am here with a flip through of the Jack the Ripper journal that I've been working on, seems like forever. And I kept getting pulled away from it to work on other projects, some fun, some that, you know, I had to do. So this one has been so fun to work on. It's kind of on the darker side and the gorier side, obviously with, you know, a serial killer theme. But I really didn't make it too dark, other than there's some ephemera, like crime scene photographs, that if you would choose to purchase this journal, I will put the link to my Etsy shop to purchase the journal if you're interested. And if you're not interested in the gory crime scene photographs, I can remove them, or if you want to take it upon yourself to see if they're too graphic, and whether or not you want them. But anyway, so this is a hardcover journal, and it's a 2-inch spine, hollow back, and it is 9 inches by approximately 5 3/4 inches. And I've got a little magnifying glass and a little fingerprint brush here that goes in this strap. This is, so let me clarify, this is actually the journal of the detective that is investigating the murders of the Jack the Ripper murders. So there, I guess I needed to clarify that. So that's the closure. It's actually a belt that I had that I cut down that I just don't wear, and I thought, well, that's kind of masculine and kind of cool for a closure, so you can keep it or pitch it, your choice. And so the cover is, my dogs are fighting again. You guys are probably used to them by now, right? Always fighting in my videos. You can see it's kind of a stained and weathered and sanded cover, and I actually used the Nick the Booksmith tutorial on one of her journals, and I can't remember what it was called. Is it the Equestrian or something like that? Sorry. See, that's how long it's been since I started this. I can't even remember. So, all right, let's dig into this. How many signatures? I'm not even sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There might be like 11 signatures. I'll put all the info in the Etsy link. So, all right, so here's the end papers. It's this textured paper. I don't know if you can see. It's sprayed and distressed, but it feels really cool. And the first page has the little Tim Holtz die here with the little tags in it. And there's all kinds of different papers in here, and they're distressed with some distress stain. And this is almost like a thin, almost like a tracing tissue paper feel. Some vellum here with some images on it. Just a little tuck, and I've got a printout of the letter sent by Jack the Ripper, and the actual note inside. A little bit of fabric. And again, this is more of a masculine because it was a male detective's journal. Like I said, this was so much fun to put together because it's definitely nothing like I've done before as far as with the masculine touch, but I really enjoyed doing it. And this is like a, I'm not even sure if, I think it's a reproduction of like a watercolor print. Some ledger paper there that I stained. Pocket, and it's got list of murders and a picture of the possible murder weapon. And this is believed to be the detective's lady friend. So it's got a little Tim Holtz clip, and there's some lined paper on the back where you could do some journaling. Come on, card. A little sequiny fabric there. Or lace. And here we have some journaling paper, I think it's vintage notebook paper. And I don't know when this is from, how old this is, but it is an older postcard. But how cool is that? Little wax seal there. Some more notebook paper there for journaling, and there's some gruesome pictures there that I don't want to show in case anybody doesn't want to see them. So that's why I have them tucked away. I used some Nick the Booksmith ephemera there. Some stained grid paper. And this has washi on it, but it's nice because it just tacks it down just a little bit, but comes right back up there. It's got some gruesome photographs. And then here's a little envelope with some tabs, some paper tabs that you can put on the edges or on your ephemera. And this actual vintage piece of paper. Little fabric tie on there. Little glassine envelope with some more information about the murders. And here is a journaling card. Cute little scully guy. And here is the location of where a lot of the murders happened. Little fabric and button. And then here I've got an envelope that I made out of wallpaper, lined with a book page, and it's got, let's see, okay, nothing too bad. A picture of one of the victims and like a little heart anatomical image there. Paper clip. There again is the location where a lot of the murders were located. Or I guess the murder scene, the crime scene. Some anatomy book pages, glassine paper, police station, and this is either the detective or a suspect. Not sure. You can decide. And then this is a book I've made. I've seen other people do this, especially April with Pinkop Bird. I know she was an inspiration for this idea. Like a little fabric, or I'm sorry, paper scraps that I had left over that I put in here that you could journal on or rip out and use for collaging for different things. So that is in there. And again, suspect or detective, you decide. This is a vintage book page of different bottles. I thought that was so cool when I found that. I think I got it at a flea market. A little pocket tag here with another little letter from Jack the Ripper. Bottled paper again, some fabric. Again, detective or suspect. I actually do believe maybe that was one of the suspects. That may have been the one that they thought actually was Jack the Ripper. I know, you know, they thought it was that doctor because of how he cut. So I feel like maybe that was him. See, I printed these so long ago I can't even keep those straight. Little journaling card. Jack the Ripper image. Vellum. More of that. I think that's that bottled paper. Here's a little fabric pocket with a little skeleton hand journaling card. Vellum. There's a little tab on that one. Again, Jack the Ripper image. And here's like a drawing of a possible crime scene. Here is, again, I believe that bottle paper, and then there's, yeah, some pictures in here you probably don't want to see. Place notice to the occupier. More Nick the Booksmith. Ephemera. Baggie here that I distressed. And there's some vintage little, it's like a little ledger brick repair kit cost price record paper that I thought was pretty cool. Excuse me. Vellum with a skeleton. Some Tim Holtz paper. Here's another pocket. And this one, this is actually wallpaper. And here is a map. So you've got Whitechapel and the surrounding areas there where the murders occurred, or crime scene, I guess I should say. I think they assume that they occurred where the crime scene was. I'm not for sure, so don't hold me to that. I did some research, but I'm not an expert. Here's some vintage memo paper. It has some writing on it. And the other side of that baggie. Some more of that anatomy paper, book page, I mean. And then here is an envelope on like this kind of, yeah, the words, vellum. And it's got another like little Jack the Ripper letter. And I didn't seal it down because I thought it was kind of cool like that even. But if you want to seal it, you could, and, you know, leave some of it open or however you want to do it. So I just left it like that for you to choose. Some more of that lightweight paper, other side of the book page with some fabric. Vintage laundry list. I loved that paper. I think that was the last bit I had of that. Some printed vellum. Like a little news article. Another journaling card. Vintage tickets. Fabric on the bottled paper. I just love that. I think that's so cool. Another pocket with some vintage memo paper written on. And here's one of the officers that found a body, found the body in the archway. Another body part image, because see, you know, the detective has to study the body parts and see how, you know, Jack the Ripper knew how to cut what and the precision, and so he had to study the anatomy of the human body. And here is, I believe, actually the detective, and for real, I think. So there's him, and then here is a real vintage envelope with, oh my, come on, with a letter inside, I swear. So there's a letter inside of there that doesn't want to go back in. All right. And then there's a charm here, and if you can see, it's a little bottle, and it's got some black powder, which is supposed to be fingerprint powder to go with his little brush. So, FYI, I did not glue the top shut, because if you would like to reuse it or put something different in it, I wanted you to have the option to take that cap off. So if you want to keep it, I would suggest super gluing that top. And that's attached to some Tim Holtz paper. Uh-oh, I think I did way too much. There we go. And on the other side of that, I have kind of like that little paper booklet of scraps. I have like a little fabric scrap booklet there. And then here is like a little x-ray of a hand in a vellum envelope pocket with this tag that I made. Another fabric pocket with a stapled arsenic poison. That may have been a Nick the Booksmith ephemera piece too, I'm not sure. And I also have this little tag with this little fellow on here with some sari, some dyed sari trim, and a little letter here. It looks like it's a little police report of one of the murders. So there you go. more anatomy book page, some map, a sketch of maybe a possible suspect, and that is the book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And again, I will link my Etsy link to the book down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, bye.